Sariphi is looking at previous queens and kings' pictures, thinking about who might be the parents of the current king of beasts. At that time, C and Clops tell Sariphi that soon her photo with the king will be here because she will be the next queen. Sariphi, wondering whether she is worthy to be queen. Meanwhile, the king's chancellor, Anubis, invites all princesses of different races to marry the king, so all princesses try to approach Sariphi, thinking she might allow them to serve the king. At that time, the lion race princess starts manipulating Sariphi, making her think that it would be wise for her to allow a few of the princesses to be with the king to ease his burden and make different countries happy. Meanwhile, King is pissed off at Anubis. How dare he do this? Anubis tells him that many countries are not happy with a human queen, so it would be worthwhile to have a few beast princesses to lessen the pressure on the king. The king is like Sariphi, she is the only one and no one else can be queen. Later on, Sariphi tries to tell the king to have other races princesses too because it will be good for him and they might help him lessen his burden, but he gets pissed off at her and tells her that she really thinks he is that weak that he needs other princesses' help. Sariphi gets angry because he didn't accept her request, so she goes to stay with C and Clops, but they are scared that the king might get angry at them. Meanwhile, the lion princess approaches King in his room, trying to impress him, telling him that it is hard to have a kid with the human race, so it would be nice to have a different race to be on the safe side. When Sariphi arrives, she sees them and gets sad. She goes back to C and Clops, and at that time the king throws the lion princess out and says to her that only Sariphi is the queen, no one else will come into his room. Later on, the reptilian race princess approaches Sariphi and tells her about how love really feels and being jealous of someone who tries to take your place. She starts feeling sad while thinking about the lion princess and the king. At that time, the reptilian general of the king bows down to the Sariphi, telling her that he has accepted her as their queen because she is the king's choice, so queen, please take care of the king. At that time, the reptilian princess tells Sariphi that the reptilian general is the one with whom she fell in love when he came along with the king to visit her country. He saved her from her sisters. Later on, the lion princess is pissed because the king threw her away, so she tries to hurt Sariphi. But at the moment the king arrives and saves Sariphi, he throws the lion princess in jail and tells her no one can harm his queen. Anubis is thinking that it seems like the king didn't like any princesses, but he ended up giving a reptilian princess friend to Queen Sariphi. Later on, both Sariphi and the king are in their room. Sariphi is like, she made trouble for him again, he should have another race princess as his queen. At that time, the king tells her that he doesn't need anyone because he only needs her by his side to be his one and only beloved queen. After hearing this, Sariphi felt shy thinking that is it love and started hiding herself in the king's furry tail. If you liked what you saw, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.